Everyone's got their opinion about what the best ship in Star Wars Squadrons is. I'm going to make a tier list of those ships in this video.
Boom, boom.
Hey, this is Time Bomb, and if it's your first time checking out the channel, hit that subscribe button to catch all the updates. Thanks a lot for joining me here today. I'm gonna do a breakdown on the ships and give my completely subjective thoughts about it. Maybe factor in some thoughts that the community would feel, but I'm gonna represent everyone, so I'll provide the tier list maker as well. So if you want to make your own, feel free to do that. Feel free to comment and rip me, but remember to give your tier list so I can rip you back for your thoughts too. So that's fair. It's fair both ways. Okay. I'm gonna go through it now. Here we go. All right, let's jump into our tier maker. Okay. Let's start it. What do we know? What is the best ship? A-Wing? No. Put that down there. Yeah, let's start easy. Let's put the A-Wing down there. Obviously, I mean, it's funny. A year ago, the A-Wing was like the best ship. Double rockets were giving me nightmares. I basically almost quit the game, I think, because I hated the A-Wing so much. I got smoked in it. So, yeah, the game is in a much different place these days. I put the Interceptor and the A-Wing down at the bottom of this list. I feel like it's just... it's hard to find a place for the Interceptor in the game at all. I mean, even you've seen people try ion lasers on it. You've seen people try to get some finish. I mean, don't get me wrong, people have done it, made it work, but I think in a really high level game, you don't want the Interceptor on the field. Reaper. I mean, this is the thing. Reaper, fucking great ship, right? Like, I want to put it around here, I think, maybe even up here, some people would think, but I think I'm going to put it in the B tier because obviously it's so important to a team's makeup. They have to have a support ship. However, it's a tough ship to fly. It's not like the U-Wing. They're different. You have to fly them a little bit differently. And because of the hitbox of the pancake, it makes it a little bit easier to kill. You'll definitely see people, an unkillable support in a U-Wing. Maybe a little more vulnerable in that Reaper. Depends. So I'm going to put it in the B tier. Oddly enough, in the C tier, we're gonna go with the B-Wing, right? The B-Wing is close. Maybe we'll see as we go through this. We might bump it up. It's found a place here and there. There's people who can make the B-Wing work. Definitely not across the board. It's not like every team's bringing out a B-Wing, but teams may do it. We may see it more. Teams want it to. If there was a ship of all the ships in this game that people want to make work, yeah, I would say that it is probably the B-Wing that they would love to have it there. Now, what we're going to talk about is maybe, again, people will probably want the Defender in the S tier, the best tier, the top tier, right? And it's, a good Defender pilot, pretty much unkillable. What's their only weakness? They're going to cry about ICT for sure, because ICT, don't get me wrong, ICT is basically... I don't even know. It's like having it's like an auto aim weapon. It's beyond an auto aim weapon because you don't even need to aim anywhere near it. It just does it. It just does the work for you. Just do it. Just do it, ICC. Just go out there, hit someone. I'll maybe aim at them a little bit and keep them in front. That's it. That's all you do. Generally keep them in front of your half bubble or whatever. Okay. So we're gonna put Defender down a tier because of that vulnerability to Defender. Don't get me wrong. Top tier ship can't carry ion torps. Ion missiles, though, only 4, but still, it doesn't have the 6, so it's still very good ship. One of the top, the only one, you know what, let's do a top ship. I feel like the X-Wing, maybe people disagree, the X-Wing is maybe the best ship. Think about it, though, think about how hard it is to kill an X-Wing. If people go 4 X-Wings on the ISD, there's a good chance you won't get a kill. It'll be a lot of work to do it. The damage output, the ion missiles can carry, the torps can carry, versatility. Basically, the only thing it can't do is farm. And you know what? No one's really given it that much of an effort either. So who knows? The X-Wing, I think, really is S tier for that reason. Okay, let's go back to another one here. This is maybe another debatable kind of opinion. I'm gonna put the Y-Wing, my favorite ship. She's my baby. I love the Y-Wing, the Why Not Wing, the DIY Wing, man. The ship with the ICT. I'm only putting it at the B tier because of, I mean, every game it's there, you need it to farm. I remember too, someone I hadn't played with like in like since like February or something like that. They came back a little bit later and they're like, oh, there's 2 Y-Wings to start it now. I was like, when was there ever not 2? It just seems so funny to me that the game changed where there wasn't 2 Y-Wings, but they were very tough to make work at a certain point. They got hit really hard with some sort of tuning at some point, and then the last tuner, I think they brought it back, and it was really nice all of a sudden. The Y-Wing is boost, it charges boost very fast with jet engine. You could kind of get into some different variations, maybe people it's higher. I'm going generally overall with all of the types of Y-Wings. I would put it in that B tier just because, you know, people are definitely trying to target Y-Wings. It's one of the Y-Wing is the easiest of ships to secure a kill in right now in the present state of the game, so definitely a killable ship. Same with the Reaper. I've kind of got those killable ships there at the B tier, even though they're very strong and obviously have their place in the meta. I'm going to put them there. Okay, now we're getting kind of interesting. Kind of working at it, right? This is where I feel like we're going to get a little more top-heavy. It's just at which rate do I put these? So I'm going to put the TIE Fighter right there with the Defender. I think they're very close. I mean, I would almost put the TIE Fighter ahead on the tier list because of its repair kit. I mean, it has the versatility of the X-Wing. Except you can overcharge it. I'm trying to think of what. I guess the only thing that puts it down is because it doesn't have the shield. It has the sharp charging, it has the repair kit, but the repair kit comes at the expense of a second auxiliary, so you can only carry ion, you can't carry the finishing tool the same way. I'm seeing some drawbacks there, so I'm putting it in that category. I think it's unkillable, just like the X-Wing and Defender are very unkillable. I mean, I guess I'd say more so than the Defender is more subject to dying from the ICT and can be killed just with ion weapons. That's not going to happen with TIE Fighter. So I just think that it is a step below. And now, I'll be honest, these last 2 ships, I'm torn with, right? Like, so, obviously the TIE Bomber, the Rotary, shun charging, the reinforced hull, like, we are talking all of the perks basically in this ship for sure. It's giving you everything you could want. So what is keeping it from being on the S tier? I mean, it can farm some PK with it. Really the only way to kill it is if it doesn't have resupplies, beacon, and you catch it, like you triple team it, missile spam it, and are able to get it down. So why? I don't know. I'm torn even just saying it. I would almost put it top heavy and put it. I'm having a hard time. The only thing that it doesn't have on the TIE Fighter is it doesn't have a repair kit, but it has so much more hull. It doesn't even matter. It's like it has a repair kit. It's got so much hull. So you know what? I'm gonna put it up there. The versatility on it is just too incredible. I do think it is a top tier ship, and not just now. I think all year too. Like since the beginning, there was only a slight period where people didn't do bombers in like December and January. Not even for like just a bit in December. Then they were back. And let's look now. The last ship. Where does the U-Wing go? Does it go? Well, it's gonna go higher than here. That's for sure. It's more survivable than the Y-Wing. You can hold. It is the longest drifts, and that slam engine on the U-Wing. You can hold the drifts for so long. It's like you were just forever you were doing them. So the only thing though is it does take a little bit for the boost to kind of go in there, but you can use your drifts, and I mean it just benefits the most from the multi-drift. The multi-drift makes the U-Wing so survivable, like the top tier of survivability, and I think it's actually one of the easiest ships to survive in. Yeah, I find it easy to PK. I really think it's a top tier ship. I think it's the best. I would almost prefer to PK. I do, no, not all, but I prefer to PK in the U-Wing than I do in an X-Wing. I'm a weirdo that way. But I think generally people kind of agree overall with these assessments. I feel like the U-Wing's kind of maybe wild. People would probably be like, Defender you're putting the U-Wing over the Defender. I am. That one's a little bit personal, but I think generally U-Wings have been more unkillable. Every team has them. They're with the resupplies, they're so important. The potential for them to carry ion missiles, torps, beacons, all these things. I honestly think it's a top tier ship right up there. I think they're the most important ships in any match. And don't get me wrong, the Reaper is an important ship for the Empire side as well. Keeping those bulky TIE fighters alive when they're in is huge, and having a survival Reaper for that reason is key. Don't get me wrong that I gave the Reaper lower, but I do think this is the ship tier. I do think these are the god ships, and it does kind of flow this way in the game. So that is my breakdown on the ship tier list. Thank you everybody for checking this out. I'm Time Bomb. You guys are awesome, and I will catch you later.
Boom, boom.